It's there! Holy moly, this one's gonna go big! Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's something rather exciting for this video because for the first time one of the skill Electrocoins has been made available in Fruit Machine emulation. This was a whole series of clones that Electrocoin did several years ago now. They actually started at the back end of the £35 era. I definitely remember seeing one of these on a £35 jackpot, but they were quickly upgraded to a £70 jackpot. And it was on the £70 jackpot that they became really quite doable and something of a player's favourite. I mean, in terms of skill machines, in terms of where you need to be a good player to extract the value from these, this is right up there with the best of them. It's not like just knowing the trick. The truth of the matter is that sometimes once you know a trick, it isn't that difficult to actually execute it. Whereas with these, they were more like, like an alien. There was a real art to playing an alien properly, particularly on the later chips. I've made 2 videos about Alien previously on the channel. The Electrocoins were kind of in the same bracket, the same category if you will, in that you needed to be a good player to get the value out of them, because the way that you got the value out of them was by skillful play. Now the observant amongst you will know that that's already us fucked, because it's going to be Degsy at the helm here, so I'm going to show you broadly what you're supposed to do. I doubt I'll be able to demonstrate it. I've had a couple of dry runs at this already and I haven't done very well, but I will do my best. Now in essence, the one thing that you're going for on this machine is a couple of features in the top zone here. It's all about these 2 features. Now on Gold Streak here, they are called Gold Strike and Golden Runner. It's these 2 features up in the top zone. Now, there were loads and loads of clones of this, and I've even got some prep done here, so let's get into it. Oh, fuck, oh shit, oh well done, Dev. Hang on, I've fucked it. Right, there we go. See, I've got pictures ready and everything. So here are 3 of the clones, and there were more than these. These were the only ones that I could find pictures of. So you've got Casino Crazy here, you've got Dead Man's Treasure in the middle, and you've got Lucky Leprechaun on the right-hand side. These are all straight clones of each other, and you've got this one that we're playing here. We've got glasses for this one. So there you go, there are the glasses for this one. You can imagine you're going to have your light matrix there for the gems and obviously your decals and your reels going in there. But as you can see, let's just see if we can get these other ones up. They are all pretty much of a muchness. Now admittedly, with Dead Man's Treasure, they did at least make an effort. Can you see there with Dead Man's Treasure? They did make an effort to switch around the general layout. If you look at the layout of all the others, they're very much the same. You've got this lapper board in the middle, you see there on Lucky Leprechaun on the right hand side, and you've got kind of the 3 pots where you take your shots at the top and the cash up the side. At least on Dead Man's Treasure, they kind of put a circular board in and put the zones in the middle there, so it doesn't immediately look like it's the same machine, but rest assured these are all straight clones of each other. So let's get rid of all of those. There we are. And it is Gold Streak that has been emulated here. The layout was released earlier today over at Desert Island Fruits by Spar, and this was one of these layouts. Once in a while a layout is released that just jumps out at me and I'm like, ooh blimey, I really want to play that, and I'm going to make a video about it as well. I think the last one that really happened to me with was Hi-Ho Silver by Ploggy. And so it is with this one, Gold Streak by Electrocoin. Thank you very much to Spar here for releasing this. And apparently Reg has got hold of the ROMs, and we've got the reels and the glasses as well. So it's thanks to Spar for the layout and Reg for the extra help with the resources there. We've got the release thread down here. What I'm also going to do, Spar here has posted a video of him playing the real machine. Now, Spar was a bit of a player back in the day, and what he would do, as many players did, when a machine was profitable enough, when a machine was potentially lucrative enough, serious players would buy themselves one of the machines in question, and then practice the features and practice the methods on them until they got super good at it, so they could take that knowledge out and that skill with them out into the field, as it were, And because these were very popular, Electrocoin seemed to do pretty well with these. There were lots of them around. There were quite a few of them around, even on the Isle of Man. And they did very well over in the UK, so it was worth his while to get the real machine and practice the skill. I will, once I've made a dreadful hash of the skill myself, when I do it, which of course I will, and I've not been doing very well on my practice runs, we'll go back and we'll watch Spar showing us how it's done. And he does give us a little bit of info there as well. It does number. Now, if you remember from some of my JPM videos where you would look for 1s and 12s on the number reel, when you were just spinning the reels normally, you would look for the high-low reel landing on 1s and 12s, and that meant it had a jackpot in it. Well, on these Electrocoins, it was actually 1, 2, 11, 12, and the red numbers as well. If it was spinning in red numbers there during normal play when you're just spinning the reels, that would mean that it had a jackpot in it as well. But when I say it had a jackpot in it, I don't mean you could just force it out. You really, really couldn't force these things. As I found out the hard way when they first turned up round here on a £70 jackpot. I only ever saw one in the UK on a £35 jackpot when I was away for a course. And when they turned up over here, they were on a £70 jackpot. And it was actually casino crazy. One of them fellas there turned up in a local pub, and I made the dreadful mistake of trying to force it, and you really cannot force these things. And don't take my word for it, just try it yourself in the emulator. Try and force it out for the gold streak up there, or the gold streak shot when red in the top zone, and it will cost you and cost you and cost you, and it will quite happily only do a flat 70 and then go dead at the end of it. They're a little bit more like, even though they're on a £70 jackpot, they've actually got more of the old JPM about it, where forcing them wasn't the way to do it. It was about extracting the value out of them by knowing what you were doing and knowing what features could pay the jackpot. So when it's numbering, when you're seeing those numbers there, that doesn't just mean it's going to let you force it out, it just means that it will allow you to get the features that are jackpot capable if you are good enough to do it. And what it comes down to is 2 features in the top zone. Bearing in mind that all these machines, there were 6 or 7 of them at least, that were all straight clones of each other. Only the name and the theme and the music and the sound changed. We all know how clones work. But in essence, they were all the same machine, and they all had 2 features that in the top zone. One on this one, it's called Gold Strike and Golden Runner. Now, Gold Strike is a stop the wild on the win line. It's a real skill, basically, and if you're good enough, you can take it all the way up to Gold Streak or the jackpot at the top here. Golden Runner is like a real stepper thing, and when it's super, that is when it's red, you can hold the reels as they step down. Basically, it's like a stop and step on normal. It just steps the reels down. Any numbers add to the cash trail, you get a carry on, stop, and it just stops where it wants to, usually about 5, 6, 8 quid, something like that. When it's red, you can hold the reels, and the trick when you hold the reels is trying to manipulate the reels so that you get a jackpot. You can hold the reels as they come past, and the idea is to get the jackpot in, dropping in before the cash value gets too high and it hits a stop rather than carry on. Now, I've got to be honest with you, I was never good enough to hit the skill reliably. I did try it, I tried it a few times. I think I managed to get it up to the jackpot once or twice, but the problem is, if you can't do it reliably, it will just collect wherever you're up to. So if you're up to 10, 15, 20 quid and you miss it, it'll just auto collect, say, 15 quid. And then you've knocked the machine back 15 quid plus percentage. So I found in the end that the skill was a little bit too dangerous for me because I just couldn't hit it anything like reliably enough, or indeed at all most of the time, if I'm quite honest with you. So I tended to go for the stepper. I would go for the stepper, the super golden runner there, and would get the jackpot lined up off that. I got kind of okay, because there's still a little bit of skill in getting that right, but I got okay at that. And that was generally the way that I tried to get the jackpots out of it. The other thing is that your invincible board, you get all your icons straight down the trail there. Your invincible board is kind of free. It's sort of semi-free. Normally, if you take the invincible board, and that can go for 70, 140 or even 210. It doesn't have to go up in increments of 70. I think it'll do 70, 140, and then between 140 and 210 it can do kind of what it wants to. I certainly had a few 140s off the invincible boards, and the invincible boards, as often as, or more often than not, wouldn't stop it numbering. So if the invincible board came round, it just cycles round, kind of like on a god knows however many credits it's had through it or whatever. If the invincible board came round, you could generally just collect it, and then it would still be numbering afterwards, and then you could take your jackpot off either of the skill features here. And it also dual staked as well. On the £1 stake versions, you could dual stake them on 30p and 50p, I think were linked, and then £1 was separate. So even where it had 3 stakes to choose from, this one doesn't. This is one of the early ones that can only go on 30p or 50p. So this one dual stakes on 30p and 50p. The £1 stake version didn't triple stake, even though there were 3 stakes to choose from. The 2 lower stakes were linked, and then the £1 stake was out on its own. So you still had 2 effective games going on at the same time. So you could take a jackpot out on one stake, you could switch to the other stake and take a jackpot, and on a good day you'd get the invincible board as well, which could lead to some big banks. I had banks of well over £200 on this machine on more than one occasion. So all that said, let's actually play it. Now, it's not actually that simple, and what you will see is this machine really likes to play the dick with you, even when it's quite happy. It can be surprisingly difficult to get the features that you want, even when it's kind of in the mood to give it to you. And it doesn't help that quite often it won't turn. I mean, Gold Strike doesn't need to be red, but Golden Runner does need to be red. And it's almost impossible to turn the features red if they're not red when you enter the feature. Basically, the only way that you can turn things red once you're into the feature is off the multi-add square there, which is quite hard to hit, and it generally won't turn the thing that you want red anyway. So let's have a go. I've got me per session stats. If you can just see there, I've got 0 money in and 0 money out for this session. So I've got per session stats, and let's see how we can actually do on this. Let's put a tenner in to start with. There we are, and we'll put it on. So yeah, we'll have it on 50p a go. It should be it. So that's straight away, you can see it's numbering. We've hit a 1 there, we've got a red number there, we've got a red number there. So that's fine. When these things were done, by the way, when they'd been done by a good player, they were truly, truly miserable. There was another player, at least one other player, going round on the Isle of Man doing them, and I think I caught more than one of these after he'd been in the area. And they would take, they'd take £15-20 off you in cold blood, and they'd maybe give you like a single £1 win that'd lose a gamble to £1.50 for like £20 worth of credits. They were horrible, horrible machines to play. I think for casuals, they must, because there were players running around all over the place in the UK doing these, and I think for casuals they must have been truly horrible. Probably along with stuff like Alien, these would have put the final nails in the coffin for the AWP, because whilst players loved them, if you didn't know what you were doing, they would rip you a new one. They really would. So let's have a look. So stopper, there we are, £2 for grapes. So what I've got to do is get to my icons. Every time I get to an icon, I'll get a little pick there. So now I can exchange into the feature, like so. Then we can go round, and it can't kill me on the feature, but it can derail me. So what I'll do is when I get an opportunity to gamble, I will gamble there, because that'll take, and I can get up to another pick here. So that'll open up another pick, so you can see how that's working now. And what will happen now is when I land on a shot square, I'll get 2 shots instead of 1 shot, because I've got 2 picks, and if you have 3 picks, you'll get 3 shots instead of 1 shot. Now, if you're having a look ahead at it, you'll see what the problem already is on this one, which is that neither Gold Strike nor Golden Runner are red. Now, Gold Strike doesn't, there we are, it'll advance the zone. Gold Strike doesn't need to be red if you're really good, and I'm not really good, so it does need to be red for me, and even then I still can't take it to the jackpot. Golden Runner definitely needs to be red to be of any use whatsoever. So let's have a look. So this is not looking great already. Let's just see if we can get Gold Strike, and then at least you can have a look at it. Well, there's Golden Runner. It probably, I don't think that's the setup there anyway. Would that be well, it doesn't matter because we can't collect it anyway because it has to be. Oh, there's the derail. So it's derailed me, you can see. So when you land on the derail square, it takes all your picks off you. So I can't play the feature now. So I've got to gamble to the next pick. I've got a reasonable number there, so I'll have a gamble on that. But you can have a bonus gamble. That's got a bonus gamble on it as well, which you can use. Don't need to use it there, so we'll go back in. And let's see if we can land on another pot shot. We've got another pick. Oh, it's derailed me again. So I've got to now, I've got to get up, so we'll use a bonus gamble. Let's try the bonus gamble there. So, and you've got to be careful of safe cash on this as well. It does have a safe cash, which you don't want. Although you can get out of it. There is a way of getting out of it just by collecting a low cash value. Oh, it's relit all the way. That's fine. It's actually in a fairly good mood here, to be honest with you. Oh, I'm not... It's going to kill... If I gamble on that 10, it's going to kill me. Extra exchange, that could have helped me out there, but it didn't, really. Oh, that's going to have me. There we are, so it's all over. It was not a great setup on that one anyway. Yeah, I mean, not every board is a jackpot. Even when it is... I mean, this is numbering pretty much constantly here. So even though it is ready, it's saying that it is ready to give me one of those features. That doesn't mean it's going to drop it into my lap. It won't make it easy to get the feature itself, and then when you get the feature, you've got to be able to hit the... Oh, why did I... Oh, straight... That's a good sign. To actually go straight on a tenner, that's a really good sign. Oh, God. So, we have got the board. I've got 3 picks, so let's go around. Let's have a look. It's only going to be a gold strike here, isn't it? Which is a shame, because the jackpot would be on there. If I could get gold and run a red, which would be my preference, to be honest with you, because I can't do the fucking skill. I'm only going to embarrass myself with it, but we'll have a crack. We'll have a crack at the gold strike if it gives us the shots for it. Pot shot, so that'll have to put me into the next one now, won't it? There we are. And it's derailed me. Now this might kill me. I haven't got a step, so I may as well try a bonus gamble. There's nothing to lose by doing a bonus gamble. Higher than a 2, you say. There, mate. You know what? To actually get to... Oh, I gambled by accident. I pressed the wrong button. A bonus gamble. Oh, dear me, Degsy. I pressed the wrong button there, sorry. So let's put someone... I'm not... Right, okay. I should have probably had the skill there, but I didn't. Not to worry about it. If you're watching this and thinking that I'm fucking everything up, then yes, no doubt I am. I was not particularly good at these when they were out in the wild, and that was several years ago. And I had quite a bit of practice at them as well. I haven't played, I cannot remember, years and years and years since one of these was around locally, so I am super, super rusty. And as I say, I was never that good on them to start with, so it's a bad number to gamble on that. We'll have a bonus gamble. Add gem, that's bane of your life on fucking gems, right? Relight. Well, I could just gamble on the 4 there, but add gem. And on a really bad day, it'll give you a blooming safe as well, and then you've got to get out of the safe. So we haven't got any red feet. You can see the problem here. So we actually got a multi-add, and it didn't turn either of the things that we want red. So you can see this is a happy machine, but it will not drop it into your lap. That's the thing. It never will. And I think that'll give us another 3 shots now as well, because we're on a red number. So add again, yeah. No, it's only those... Oh, it's actually landed. That's how happy it must have been. That's how badly I must have been playing there. It's actually gone for it by itself. So that's, I was playing it before and I kept missing the skill and generally getting it all kinds of wrong. So we are actually going to see a natural top here. So let's see what it goes for. It's not a great example. What I'll probably do is just carry on playing until it's numbering again and then see if I can actually get the feature. But since we've landed on a natural gold streak, we may as well see what it does. Sorry, I'm a little bit hoarse. Got a bit of a sore throat. Oh dear, there we are, a bit better. Alright, so there's our 70. And it's got on, it has, you have to press start, that's the real, you think it's stopped, but you actually have to press start on this. And I think this should do a 140 now. I've got it in my head that up to 140 is guaranteed if it's red, but then the 210, if it goes on past that, the 210 isn't guaranteed. Not that I ever had one go past a 140, but I have heard of it doing funny amounts like, oh no, there you are, no, there you go, just goes to show. There's a weird mega streak, £107.50. So let's have a look, has that stopped it numbering? That will probably have stopped it numbering, won't it? Can you see any numbers in there? And we'll probably see, this will give you an idea. In fact, it's probably just a good way to tell. Can you see there? You'd think that with all the running numbers on 1, 2, 11, 12 and all red numbers, you'd think, well, sure, how can it not be spinning in any of those? But just keep an eye on the number reel now, and can you see there? We are not seeing, and you'll probably see it here. Oh, he said if I could even get in. It's probably in the mood now where it'll kill me. Oh, there's a 12. Let's have a look. Let's just see where we're at with it. Okay, let's let me back in. That doesn't really mean much, just getting back in. But we did see a 12 there, didn't we? So let's just, I mean, and nothing's red either. That's the problem. Nothing's red there. So this is going to be a, unless we can get gold strike somehow. Let's just see. So there's a derail. So we've got lost a gamble. Right, so what I'm going to do now is collect that bank out, and I'll play a decent number of credits through it and get it back to numbering normally. I'm not entirely surprised that it went for a natural top there, to be honest with you, because I was bumbling around awfully before, and I think it just got to the point where it was decided to let the buffoon at the helm actually win something. By the way, I've got the reels off to the left-hand side there just to make the reel step of the Golden Runner feature a little bit easier, because as you can see, the middle reel is fairly well sorted because you've got 2 wilds and a jackpot on the middle reel, but on the left-hand and the right-hand reel, you've only got a single jackpot symbol out of all 16 stops, which can make getting that set up a little bit challenging. So let's just have that. So we'll collect all that out. We'll transfer that over. Right, I'll spin a few more credits through it and bring it back when it's numbering, but it's not off its tits. Okay, you only wanted about a tenner through it before it was numbering properly again. So obviously I was playing it particularly badly before. And we do have here a a super. We do have a super golden runner and a super gold strike. So let's just see what we can do here. If it'll let us get away with anything. I'll have a high-low gamble on that. You can keep an eye out for good numbers on the high-low reel, and that'll let you have a gamble at the cash side there. I suspect it's going to derail. I've got a derail kind of feel about this, but let's see how we... Yeah, there we go. There's the derail, so we'll take a bonus gamble. Oh, there we are. It's a nice little exchange. It added an extra exchange right at where we are, which is fine. Could have possibly had a... Wow. It will... Oh, God, it'll kill you on any number it wants to be honest. There we are. Killed me on a 10. Okay, I'll bring it back when I'm on the feature. Right, I'm in a bit of a useless spot anyway here. Golden Runner isn't red. It's not... higher than a 3 for... Ah! God almighty. It can play so tight on the kind of base game here when it wants to. It'll lose on any number it fancies when the mood takes it. Let's have a look. Can we get the red boxes here? That would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't think we can get the red boxes, can we? So, in we go. Oh. And it's not red again, look at that. If I can at least get to skill stop, I will resume the filming. Well, we've got a red golden runner and potentially a setup for it, but I bet you it won't let me even get to the fit. Fuck off! Bet you I should have bonus gambled there. That was my own fault. Well, red golden runner, but I don't think we've got the setup. And watch it, it won't even let me get to the first feature exchange here, I bet you either. Just gonna have to bonus gamble. It's probably... Oh, there, relight, okay. I'd forgotten how feckin' harsh these things could be. I can't gamble on the 7. It will just kill me. Come on. I mean, it's way off. I really don't think the setup is there for Golden Runner anyway. Just keeps adding gems. The one thing you don't want. Come on. Well, we're getting there by degrees. And there... Oh, for God's sake. Right, I think it's on for Golden. I think the setup is there now for Golden Runner on this one. Because we've got a jackpot not too far away there. And we've got... Yeah, I think that should be it. I think all we've got to do now is get to Golden Runner, which of course is the hard part. Right. Oh, we've got 3 picks. It's probably going to stop landing on the bloody... That's good. So that's 6 shots because I've got... Come on, hit the silver truck. Oh, it's using every... Look at that. Every single shot to get out of the bottom zone. Well, I can take a gamble on that, can't I? I'm not even going to risk it. You know what? I'm not even going to risk a gamble on the 11. So that's another 6 shots. Come on. Don't use all 6 shots to get through to the fucking... Oh, come on. It is doing as well. Look at that. Every single... Right, so... Oh, bastard, bastard, bastard. So we can go lower on that. We'll go higher on that. Come on, pot shot, pot. Don't derail! Fucking hell. Right, okay, we have to do a bonus count. It's not a great number. Bonus, come on, give me a decent bonus. Extra step. 9 steps to a 4. That's brilliant. No, no, no. A gem. Super bonus, super bonus. Right, okay then, that's fine. No lose is possibly the way to go there. Or just give me a pick, I suppose. I could just give myself a pick. In fact, that would have been better, wouldn't it? It would have been better just to give myself a pick. Then I would potentially... It doesn't matter. Golden runner shot. A golden runner shot here should be a fecking jackpot. Come on. No, no, it's safe. Oh, we've got a safe now. We've got a safe on all them bloody gems. And there's the bastard derail. 9 steps to a 4. We know that. I've got a red £3. If I bone, it's got a 5, 6. It's not much, but there's no way it's going to let me get away with this. And now, maybe I did something wrong there, but... So it's £6.40 on me, which is quite... Doesn't do a round up, by the way. It just leaves the odd... whatever odd change you've got, it just leaves in the bank, this thing. So there I think we had the setup there, but you can see it does not make it easy for you to get the feature. Okay, we've got gold... Oh, it immediately derailed me. So what am I supposed to do here? Super bonus. I could get a bloody... I could get a pick, couldn't I? Off a super bonus or a bonus here. If I get a pick, that'll put me straight into the feature. So it must be. That's another gamble. I can't see me getting away with it. There's the bloody gems. Eliminate. That's handy. And it's all over. Not doing very well here, am I? Right, I think this is a golden runner setup here. I think the setup is here on this. It is red, and I think it's probably about right to get it done, so... Well, that's good. We've got straight over to the silver truck. Now we've got 2 shots. Just don't derail me. Gold truck, please. Hit the gold truck. No, it hasn't done. It's giving me quite a lot of pot shots, though. No, it's dicking me about now, though. Come on. So I can improve this. That one's there, I reckon. Well, I can't get rid of any numbers anyway, so... Oh, and there's the derail. There's the derail every fucking time. Bonus a pick, really, is the only thing that can save me here. Oh, fuck off. Oh, it's infuriating, this game. Okay, we've got a red golden runner. I am cutting an awful lot of this out. You will not believe how much money this thing has taken back off me. And it's playing like an absolute shit. Oh, so we're on to the last zone now. I don't think it's on. I don't think it's actually on for golden runner. Will it even give it to me? It's just completely avoiding it. I bet you it'll derail me now. Watch this. Fuck. It's... Oh my god, it's playing like such a shit. Oh, I don't care. Shuffle gems. Who fucking cares, really? So we have to bonus gamble again. It's probably going to kill me. No, relight. Okay. I mean, if it offers me... Oh, gold strike's gone now, so it can't offer me gold strike. Got to be slightly careful here, because... Oh, it's going to... Yeah, that's it. Done. Oh, look, we've got red boxes for the first time. Oh, I meant to collect that. Oh no, I biffed it. Completely biffed it. And I probably had, I should have had, sorry, I had me mouse focus on me window focus on the Bandicam window, and that was the worst pick. And I should have had, because I'm pausing and unpausing Bandicam, I wanted to stop it when I had the red golden runner there, because I kind of think the setup is there on that one. Yeah, I would say the setup is there for red golden runner, so I'm not doing myself any favours here either, but I'll be the first to admit. Although I've not even got a feature exchange yet. Fucking hell. Okay, back to the drawing board. Well, there's annoying for you. That is a bloody setup there on golden runner, and it's fucking normal. And now it's probably going to... Is it going to offer me gold strike at least? Right, okay, at least I can even... Jesus, how much have I put back in? Oh my god, how am I even losing? I'm actually down. I'm actually down now, that's how bad I'm doing. Right, let's take the feature. At least you can see it and you can watch me fail at it horribly. So where's me sighter? There we are, okay. Oh, that wasn't very... I didn't even get it dead on there. Could have been better, couldn't it? Oh, why is it just going straight... Come on, Degsy. I'm hitting it late, I'm hitting it late. There we are, that's a bit better. It's going to speed up now. Right. Then you've got to wedge it like that. Then you've got to wedge it again. Oh, like that! Oh, how far off was I? Oh, 2 symbols. You can do a wedge. And that's the thing I could never get right. It's not like a wedge like a JPM skill stop wedge where you literally just like take your finger off the button and then put it back on. It's not like that. Can we get the red boxes there? I think we can, can't we? Yes, we can. It's like a timed wedge. Oh, I could have had that one there. I want... Oh, look at that. Look at that for golden runner. See there, that is perfect for golden runner. So, oh, I haven't got a bloody exchange, so I'm going to have to bonus gamble straight away. There we are. So, no lose. I mean, the pick. Probably the pick, because that'll put me straight in, and then I can get more picks when I'm going around the board, as long as it gives me a decent number. So the first decent number it gives me, I will be able to have a gamble, and I'll get some more picks on the cash draw. Fucking derail. Lower than a 10. Oh, good. Lower than a 3, because it's a red number. That's fine. Come on, gold truck, gold truck. That is a setup there. That is a jackpot setup there on Super Golden One. If we can get... There we are. If we can get Super Golden, we'll just need some shots. That is real. That is super. So you can actually just hold it. So you'd hold that one straight from the off. That's step 1. Then you'd hold that one, and then that is a perfect setup. Swap number. There's no way it's going to let me get up there, is there? There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Relight. Come on. If it gives me a pick, I need a super bonus and a pick, really. Come on, come on. Super 7. That's fucking handy, isn't it? Oh, you pissing twat face. Fucking hell. Well, we're in the final zone, so I'll take... gold strike. Let's have a go at gold strike then. Come on. Maybe I can get the hang of this wedging. I could never do it in the wild. So that the slowest speed you just do like this, I think. And you can hit this one. Okay, see you in a moment. Right, I think it might be there on Golden Runner. It is super. Oh, super gold. It doesn't really make much difference if Gold Strike is super or not. It ends up at... Oh, and there's the derail. It kind of ends up at the same speed anyway. Super bonus. So I give myself a pick, surely. Just to get back into the feature. And at any decent number I can have a gamble. Come on, Super Golden Runner. Yes! Right, okay, I think that's it. So I'm going to hold that one. I've got to hold the wild as it comes past. And then that should... Oh, right, okay. So that's going to drop down first. And that's going to... Right, okay. Okay. That's a step down. That should repeat. That should repeat. Right, repeat again. Come on, now step down. There we are, and that's it. Finally. Oh. And it's as easy as that. God almighty, I can I'm happy. Fucking hell. So that made incredibly hard work of it there, as you can see. But that is basically it. I don't know why it was playing such a dick. Well, I'll say it was playing a dick. It's possible I was just getting it all kinds of wrong as well. Well, that almost looks... No, it's not an invincible block, because I'd have picks there as well. Let's just see what kind of mood it's still in. So you get the idea. Finally, we've got it. So you understand. Just to be clear there, what was doing is you've got to hold the reels so every step, and then when it comes to where you want it, you've got to hold it. So it can be quite tricky. You've got to get them sort of exactly as they come past in the right way. I mean, if you want to just see it again, I mean, have a go at this for yourself in the emulator, because it's absolutely infuriating. But at least you can do it. Well, at least you can do it for free. So you see the idea there. You've got to ascertain whether or not the steps will keep on coming long enough, because once the cash trail gets up to, like, I don't know, £6, £8, £10, there's a very good chance that you'll just get a stop and it will stop stepping the reels, and at that point, of course, it's going to auto collect. So it's not just a red golden runner. A red golden runner by itself isn't good enough, because if there are too many numbers between you and getting the jackpot stepped down, what's going to happen is you're just going to get up to, like I say, 8, 10, 15 quid on the cash trail, and it's going to stop stepping, at which point it just auto collects, and then of course you can't get your jackpot. So what you've got to do is kind of analyse the reels and say, okay, you can use the wild as well, of course. You can use the wild on the middle reel. Can I get that jackpot line lined up? However, whichever way you want, any win line counts, but can I get that jackpot lined up before I get too many numbers and it's going to actually stop stepping? Okay, I've dropped it down to 30p, but it doesn't look like it's numbering on 30p. I guess it probably hasn't had anything like enough money through it, or indeed any money through it, because obviously this is not a machine that's out in the wild. It's not a machine that's out on site, so it will need to have a fair bit through it to get. Let's just have a look and see if we can get up here. Oh, they see there we're losing gambles on £1 there. Let's just see if we can get a cherry win, maybe. Because when these things are in a foul mood, they are really in a foul mood. Like I said, I think I was going in the footsteps of the guy around here who was doing them, and I remember 20 quid. You could easily put 20 quid in, get a single £1 win that would just lose on the first gamble when they'd been done. That they could get that awful. Let's just see where this will let me get up to. Will it let me? So it's let me get up to £2, probably a £2 board. This one. Let's just see if we can get past 2 quid. It's not numbering. Just. And there you go. That was probably a £2 board. It lost a gamble on 2 quid there. So it probably isn't ready on 30p. But in the wild, what you would do is once you've taken your jackpot out on one stake, you would switch it to the other stake and see if it was numbering on that stake as well. And if it was, you could take another jackpot out of it. If you could hit the skill, then you could take the jackpot out via the skill, or via golden runner, which even a numpty like me can manage eventually. Right, I am just seeing if I can get this bloody thing again, just to show that it is possible to do it. And I'm going to get bloody well derailed here, I think. Come on, golden runner, golden runner. I think it's set up. Oh, come on, come on. What does a 7 step to? 10, no good. Oh, 9 steps to a 4, we know that already. Oh, come on, that's got to be it. There we are, right, I think it's here. Yeah, so it's going to be that, so okay. So we're going to step down. Make sure I've got it held. And I've got to hold that one. It should step again. It should step again. And that should be it. There we are. Right, okay. Oh, it's done the streak. It actually carried on and went for the streak. Well, it's the same thing anyway. There we are. So I've actually put quite a few quid back through to get that. But I think we've seen the setup a couple of times now, so you can see how it works. You can see that it doesn't make it easy. That's the thing. It does not make it easy at all. I mean, I'm doubtless you could be doing it better than I am doing there, but I actually did alright out of these. Out in the wild, I did okay out of these. Just off, because I couldn't do the real skill, just off doing the stepper, I did okay out of these. And once in a while, you'd hit the invincible board as well. And the invincible board did like to do a 140. It really did like to do a 140, the invincible. Is it going to carry on? No, just a flat. So there you are. We've seen it a couple of times now. Couple of setups there on the stepper. Let's collect that bank out, and I think that'll do. God, I've been playing this for far too. I know this video's... I've recorded 40 minutes of footage, but I've been playing this machine for far longer than that. So we'll collect that bank out, and then we'll have a look at Spar, showing us how to actually hit the skill cache. Right, so what are the scores, Georgie Doors? After all, I've actually put 200... There are £1 more. And I've put 270 quid in it, my word. Right, okay, and I've won a fiver after all that. It is still numbering. I'm sure if I carried on playing it and played it properly, and of course if I could hit the skill, there would be some more money to be made out of that. But with my lack of skills, unfortunately, the fact it's playing like a little bit of an arse, I'll leave it there. This is probably a layup that I will continue to play. Felt like I was getting my eye in a little bit with it towards the end, but I was always a little bit hobbled on these because I couldn't hit the real skill. And on that note, let's watch somebody who could hit the real skill, which is Spar here, who's going to show off for us and hit the skill for. He says that's not the full screen you're looking for. There we are, that's better. Right, so let's watch Spar hit it here on his own machine. Unfortunately, it's only a 480p video, but you can see what he's doing. And unlike me, he can actually... Now, watch how he wedges it when it starts getting fast. Watch him wedge it. Dump. 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 There you go. And that was all the way out to the top feature. Okay, so here's another one. Getting ready for it. There we are. And I think he wedges it all the way on this one once it gets going. Well, it's not a wedge. It's not really a wedge. It's just a little tiny tap. Look at that. So nice to watch. And there's actually a look at the front of the machine as well. That's Spar's own machine that he's given us a little look around there. And let's have a final look at him collecting the feature. See, it's those little quick taps that I can't go. Oh, very, very good. And he's even hit it on max speed there as well. So that is, of course, on a real machine. So when you're a player with some skills, you can hit the skill reliably. And of course, that means that gives you an extra option, because if you get into the top zone there and Golden Runner isn't set up for you, or it isn't red, you've always got something else that you can collect, because you can collect the skill. And for Spar there, he would collect that on either normal or red, so that made it a lot easier for him. I say easy because obviously he needed the skill to be able to hit it, but that made the potential for him on the machine much higher, because he was he had two features to aim for, and one of them he didn't care if it was super or not, whereas I just couldn't risk taking the skill because I'd bin myself out here at 8, 10, 15 quid, which auto collects of course and then knocks the machine back. So good machines. A lot of people did very well out of these. I did okay out of them around here, even though I didn't have the skills to hit the skill. And the icon board was often... That was what often put me over the top in terms of decent profit, was getting the invincible board, the icon board. Because you saw there, I could hack about it a little bit, but I could make some money off the stepper, and then the invincible board could be another 70 or a 140 on top of that. And with that said, I will see you out on one of my own videos. This is my video here from a pub in Ramsey where I got a red top. I think this was actually off the icons. I think this was an invincible board, and it goes for a rather nice amount, because it's just coming up to that's the 70 there. I just had to turn... I didn't realise I had to watch the image go dark. I didn't realise I had the torch on my phone. That's not a good look in a pub, is it? Filming a fruit machine with the torch on your phone. So it's had the 70 there. It has gone past. This was a machine in Ramsey, oh god, good few years ago now. And it's gone past the 70, and now we are heading up towards a rather nice 140. See there, it's a red top, and this is on the Dead Man's Treasure, or Wiki Willie's Treasure, or whatever it's fucking called. And it does go for a splendid 140. And I think there's another machine after this as well. I think it's, there we are, it's this old gold strike. Oh, gold mine, that was the one. And that was a flat 70 on that, yeah, money back. In fact, there you go, there's the date on that video, 8th of November 2012, so nearly 7 years ago. Christ almighty, is it really that long ago? But yeah, so it was a fair few years ago that these things were around. So there you go, that is it for this one, I think. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. So there you go, that is Gold Streak by Spar, and thanks to Reg for his assistance with the resources there. It is available now over at Desert Island Fruits. Hopefully this video has given you enough information for you to have a go at it yourself. And in all fairness, Spar has given some pretty good information himself there on how to play it as well. So with the information in that thread there, and also my video, hopefully that will give you what you need to know to have a go at it yourself. It sounds really simple. It's these two features, one of them when normal or red, and one of them only when it's red and if the jackpot's set up. But as you saw there, it can give you the right carry-on for actually getting it. But great to be able to play this in the emulator. I wasn't sure what tech these things were running on. I'm surprised it's taken as long as it has for one of these machines to finally be emulated. Maybe the ROMs and the resources were hard work to get hold of, so very pleased that we now have this available to play in the emulator. Thank you to all concerned, and of course to Wizard himself for the emulator, without which none of this would be possible. So that's it from me for this time. Thanks very much, and I will catch up with you next time. But for now, it is goodbye.